This is going to be a quick video to show you how to batch or bulk rename items on macOS. I'll make a different video on Windows. It's similar but different, and it's a lot less advanced than it is on Mac. This video will be a little bit longer just because there's more options. Let's start with a simple one. We have like 10 items here, 9 items. Let's say you wanted to change this name on all these. Instead of small, you meant to say that these were large with a number on them. And you don't want to have to type on each one and change the name one by one. So if you highlight all of them, right click, there's a hidden little tool here in Mac that you may not have noticed. You can just select rename all, and we're going to select, in this case we want to replace small and find it, the word small in these files, and replace them with large. Now all your files are changed. That was the replace text option. If we needed to add text to it, maybe these are very large files, we could add the word very, and I'm going to put a space there so that it's more readable. And you can choose before name, and if you'll see here, they're showing you an example of what it's going to look like. We could add it after the name, or in this case, we want it before the name. These are very large files. Now we just changed all of them. Now I'm showing you with 9 files here, but this could be hundreds or maybe even thousands. That was for the small replace text, the first example, added text. The format, you can really think of this as starting from scratch. It gives you 3 items. This is going to completely rename the file, where you can have a name and an index. And remember, they're always showing you an example of what your files are going to look like. This case, with a name and an index, it's going to put whatever I put in the custom format and then start a set of numbers. And you can start those at 1, you can start them at 10, 100. A name and a counter is going to put basically like a serial number, and it's in like the 10,000s. You can put it before the name or after the name. After the name looks better here, I would say. And you could also put it with a date if you needed to date a bunch of files. Say you have a big folder full of files and you're dating them for each day, and you forgot to date 100 documents today. You could just add the date this way. Let's just do it with an index, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna name these sample files, and I'm gonna put a space here, because if you don't put a space, look at the example, it runs the number up, the counter into the number. So just put a space there, and I'm gonna let it start the numbers at 1. I could put, if I put it before, it would put the number in the front, but I'm gonna put it after for this example, and all my files are done. And what I'm going to show you is that this was with just a few files, and you're saying, what's the big deal? I could just name them by myself. I'm going to show you a file where I have 331 PDFs in here. Let me show you a trick with the rename. You see I have all the files named. You see these regs, this document has a date of 2017 in the middle of this file name. What if I said, oh no, I named all 330 documents 2017. It was supposed to say 2019. I don't want to go rename all these files by hand. What if we search for 2017 and say, hey, replace that with 2019? And it's going to take it a moment. And there it goes. 331 files are now replaced with 2019. Let's say, I look at my file name and I say, why do I have the word full in here? I don't need that. Well, I can just replace full, and it has an extra trailing little underscore there. I'm gonna just take those out, and I'm just gonna place it with nothing. And then look, you can show a sample of what it's going to look like when it's finished. And now that word's gone. So you can see how this could save you hours of work. And you can play with just play with your samples. It's different in Windows. You don't have as many options. You can't replace in the middle of a text, but that'll be a separate video. And hope you liked it. Thanks.